need somebody who can love me and my words. Oh, I'm not perfect, but I hope you see my worth. Cause it's only you, nobody knew I put you first. And for you, girl, I swear I do my worst.
If the Earth Kingdom discovers us, they'll have us killed.
But if the Fire Nation discovers us, we'll be turned over to Azula.
Earth Kingdom it is.
If I were to live out a friends and lovers trope, here's how I want it to play out. We definitely have to be complete strangers at first, yet we become really close to the point where we're inseparable. And I also want us to fall for each other, but at the wrong times. And then I want some kind of like life event to separate us in distance. And I want us to try to keep in touch because we're each other's other half. Unfortunately, life and all of its craziness starts to get in the way. We start seeing other people here and there, and we kind of just move on and fall apart. And then I want me to be on vacation someday at a museum or bookstore when I hear, Haley? And then I want that dramatic music to start playing. I want me to turn in slow motion to see him who has that same stupid grin and mesmerizing eyes. And then in there, I want all of our memories to come flooding back to both of us. And with a warm smile, I'd say, as handsome as ever, I see. And with a shake of his head and a small laugh, he'd reply, it's good to see you again. And maybe, just maybe, the timing is right this time.
Oh my god, I'm totally freaking out. So last year, like about a year ago, I saw this guy, like I was at a bus stop and I saw this guy through the window. We like locked eyes, and this sounds so cliche, but it was genuinely like, I feel like it was like love at first sight. Like I looked through the window, he looked at me, he started like kind of walking towards the bus, and like I didn't get off. And this whole year, I've spent this whole year looking for him, trying to find him. And my roommate had a party and she was so excited I was going to meet her new boyfriend. Her new boyfriend is literally the guy from the bus stop, like the guy that I fell in love with at first sight. Did I get you guys again? One Day in December by Josie Silver. Oh my god.
Hey friend. You know what's weird? You're the most lovable person I know, and yet I'm not attracted to you. Mate, you're like the best looking person I know, and yet I'm not attracted to you. Mate, you're like my sister. For sure. So we agree then, we're friends. Agreed. So do you want to hang out or whatever? Nah, I can't. I've got a date. What? What? Nothing, you just suddenly became unattainable and I got confused, I guess, but I'm okay. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go on my date with Brad. Brad. Wanker. What? What? Yeah. It just seemed like you were jealous and I found it very sexy for some reason. I'm not jealous. I just think you could do me better. I mean, do better. What? What? Nothing? Have you always been this muscular? No, I'm flexing right now and I don't know why. May I touch? What? What?
I'm not gonna lie, this trope's not my favorite. I'm willing to make it work. Where's my best friend? Oh, here? Hi. You're my best friend? Okay, hold on. I'm supposed to believe that we've been friends for years and I've never once had feelings for him when he looks like that. That doesn't fly. I get attached to the Walmart greeter when they tell me to have a good day. Someone shows me literally an ounce of kindness, I'll have a crush on them for like 10 years. So it's a little unrealistic. Oh, we do have feelings for each other. We just haven't acted on it because we're trying to preserve the friendship. Right, friendship is so important to me. I'm kind of used to not having friends anyway. It's time for us to passive-aggressively date other people. I'm saying I have no other prospects, but if I don't, should I just make someone up, hypothetically? Oh, there's been a huge misunderstanding, and now you're mad at me. You know what could solve that problem? Communicating! Didn't mean to yell, I'm sorry. Wait, are we fighting? Does that mean it's enemies to lovers now? procrastinating packing. So it's time for another oddly specific favorite book trope. This scenario is friends to lovers. I know I'm okay, are you okay? I'm okay, are you okay? In this scenario, the main character and her love interest have been best friends for years, despite an unspoken attraction between them that neither of them acknowledges or talks about. They both simply have too much responsibility to deal with, especially the main character who has a huge burden weighing on her shoulders. Plus, feelings make her uncomfortable. She's sensible and serious. Her best friend is sweet and kind of quiet, not one to lose his cool until he walks over to see her hunched over on the floor, cradling her wrist to her chest after a particularly heated conversation with her mentor. She spies him looking at the purple finger marks circling her wrist and sees his soft smile fade into something unfamiliar. Pure, unbridled rage. She turns her head fully towards the light and he catches the swelling around her eye. Something in him snaps at the sight. He curses wickedly under his breath and says on a deadly whisper, "He's a dead man." And then he was gone. Why don't boxes come put together?
I love enemies to lovers. If you've seen any of my videos, you probably know this by now. But there is one trope and one trope only that will always freaking top it. Hear me out. They're childhood best friends, probably like 5 or 6 years old, both really troubled past, which are why they're together, right? But then suddenly something happens and they get separated when they're like 8 or 9 years old. They don't see each other for like 10 years. They're like forgot about each other, but really they're always in the back of each other's head, right? So then they see each other again, but they don't even recognize each other. And oh my gosh, turns out one of them is a jerk, probably the guy, let's be real. And so then they become like enemies, right? So it's like childhood best friends to enemies. But then she sees something in him that like, she's been hiding this internalized pain over missing her all of this time, right? So then they start dating again. But then something else happens and they become enemies again. But then they start dating again. You know, like the angst, like you know what I mean? And all of this is all linked back to their troubled past when they were 5 or 6 years old. If you want that, read this.